Hey, this is a Roach Rush, right? And this is why we do the double layer wall in, and I haven't seen you do it in any of your games. So there's two ways to not lose to a Roach Rush. The first is that you want to scout whether or not he has gas at 4 minutes, and you're doing that now. So you see that he has gas. Okay, he's mining gas. Now, when you see that he has gas, you click on it, and you look at how much gas he has mined. And in this case, that wouldn't have helped you any, because you want to see if he's mining 100 and then stopping, but you didn't see it late enough, so he had mined exactly 100 when you showed up. So now you got to say the only reason a Zerg would mine 100 gas by 4 minutes is if they're either doing a Baneling bust or a Roach bust, or like a Ling speed kind of contain. So one of those three things is going to happen. He is cutting so much economy in order to get 100 gas this early that you know he's going to be aggressively trying to prevent your second or at least your third, and out there on the map. He's coming out there on the map with something. And that's important information, right? Because if he hasn't taken any gas at 4 minutes, you know that he's not going to do that, which means that you can build your command center in place down at the 4th and not even worry about whether you wall in properly and not even worry about bunkers and stuff. But when you see gas, you are worried about what he's going to do, because he's going to do something and it's going to hurt. So now you should be moving across the field with all of these troops. I don't know. You keep trying to clear the watchtower first to be all cutesy so that he gets a bigger surprise or whatever. But what really hurts is being in his base at 6 minutes before these roaches pop, you know? Because when the roaches do pop, roaches and marines, like marines and zealots, they walk at the same speed. So you can just walk away. You just go away. And he's like, oh, well, I have roaches. And you're like, oh, well, I know how to walk away. So if you'd pushed out at the appropriate time and hit his base at 6 minutes like you're supposed to, you could have really thrown a monkey wrench into his crap. Anyway, you at least see the roaches coming, and you build this wall in somewhat properly. But remember, roaches win by 20% versus naked marines. Until you have stim or combat shields or +1 attack, roaches are going to win by 20% against marines. 2 roaches equals a marine, so you count as roaches. You say, oh, this is 10 roaches. That means you need 24 marines to win the fight, and you don't have 24 marines. So you can't win this fight with these marines. Unless you choke him. So if you catch him walking through this choke, and so that all of your marines can shoot at one roach, but only one roach can shoot back, that'd be good. You can also, I mean, if you get a bunker up, you're totally golden. It's also important to focus fire. You're doing okay. This is going kind of okay. But now that you've reinforced with enough marines, you know, like, you really just got to keep buying time until you get enough marines to cut them down, because people don't tend to make 10 roaches and then 10 more roaches. They tend to make 10 roaches and then a bunch of drones. So really, you just want to keep stalling until you have enough marines to win it. So right here, you're four marines short. So when these next 4 marines come out, now you've got enough to win it. Especially if you catch them in this choke, which you did. So, like, yeah. Anyway, generally good job there. I don't think you lost any workers in that. This is actually really good for you. It's funny because you named this replay Roach Rush into whatever the Zerg wants, because this Roach Rush put me so far behind, blah, blah, blah. But, it didn't. You were going to make those marines anyway. You were going to make those bunkers anyway. What really put you behind is that you don't have any workers right now. You stopped making workers during the Roach Rush. You still got 27. You still got 27, and you should even have more than 27 now already. So as soon as that CC finished, it should have turned into an orbital. All right, right. Okay, so right now, 7 minutes and 39 seconds, you have 27 workers, and you should be morphing an orbital. You cut workers from now on. You don't make the orbital from now on. So both of your command centers are idle for like a minute and 10 seconds, and that's what puts you behind. It's not like the Roach Rush puts you behind because it does damage. The Roach Rush puts you behind because you don't do anything while you're defending against it. And that's been a consistent theme of all of these games that I've casted today. Whenever you're fighting, you stop doing anything else, and that's a bad thing. Also, alright, so 15 minutes, how far behind did you eventually get? Looks like, whoa, so the bench is 7k, right? You got 4,800. So you're just way off bench, and of course you lose. These 2-2s not done. Stim and shields are done, but you're nowhere near 7k. You don't have your third landing. So yeah. You did actually lose to a roach rush, even though you killed the roaches easily without making any units you weren't otherwise going to make, and even though, you know, you crushed it. You still lost just because of how far behind it put you on all your benchmarks. Anyway, those are all the games I'm going to cast, so, you know, good job.